My girlfriend gave me the Mike Tyson treatment and busted my lip because I got along with her dad? Then she kicked me out in just my boxers, trashed my house, and her family tried to convince me to not go to the police about it. So my longtime girlfriend just had an absolute meltdown after we left dinner from her parents' house tonight. It all started because her dad and I were watching old family videos and joking about how her and her sisters were dressed and just really light stuff about how big her great-grandpa's nose was. Her dad pointed it out and was like, "Dude had a schnoz on him," and I laughed. That's all. I swear to all things holy. Fast forward to me driving home tonight and she turns off the music on the radio that I had turned on and starts trashing me about my family and how it's strange and creepy that I actually get along with my mom, dad and sister. And have a drama-free relationship with them, and she can't stand it. So anyway, I'm reading my Kindle in the living room of my house and she goes off again, about some petty nonsense that I somehow did, and I'm reading a book. So I did what anyone else would do and just shut up and let her vent and get it out without giving her any ammunition to feed on. Wrong thing move. I took my eyes off her for a second to continue my read on the couch. And she gave me a 3-piece so fast that it caught me off guard. I jumped up so she wasn't not on top of me. She proceeded to slap the taste out of my mouth. Then she blocks the front door and screamed for me to get away from her while blocking the only exit to leave. I'm in my boxers and I'm trying to grab my phone off the floor that went flying across the living room. And all I can hear is her yelling with the door open, trying to have the whole neighborhood hear this. Anyway, I'm now sitting in my car with just boxers on with a bloody lip, and I thought I asked the internet for advice, and by internet I mean Reddit. Edit. She's probably destroying my desktop and TVs as we sit here and type. I just drove to the country club to grab some of my clothes that I leave in my locker. Had my buddy come meet in the parking lot, so I've got shorts and a shirt on now. Life's getting better. Commenter. I would have knocked her out. I'm not into hitting women, but if she's throwing punches, oh well. This also sounds like drugs or drinking. Regardless, get her arrested and move your stuff while she's in jail. Don't bail her out. There's no excuse for this. I actually get along with my parents. It's because her family sucks and sounds trashy. Up. She's the only person I know who smokes and gets nasty and rude towards people. It blows my mind how she acts. Commenter 2. You went to Reddit instead of the police and hospital? I think a hospital report would help solidify a restraining order and suing her. Make her pay for the medical bills. People need to be held accountable for their actions. Up. Well, I've never been hit before like that by my GF, and I wasn't sure if we'd both go to jail even if I called, so I need to ask before I do so thing that could affect my life big time. Commenter 3. Since you're the one with the injury and she isn't, she most likely would have been sent to jail. Get in the habit of getting evidence. From pictures to videos, because some women will lie saying they're the ones abused. Update. First off, I just want to say thank you to everyone who gave me advice in the messages that were sent in my inbox, full of support and more advice, lol. Before the comments locked, I just had my buddy meet me up at our local country club so he could grab some of my clothes that I left in my locker. And I just ended up staying the night over his house and talked about what happened. His wife said 99% of what everyone on Reddit told me to do. Contact the police, file report, and get a restraining order on this crazy chick. I slept on it. The next morning I wake up at my buddy's house and I get a call from her dad and sister telling me how sorry they were about everything that happened the night before and how she's always acted crazy when someone didn't agree with her or gives her a reality check. They told me she was over there sleeping and they would gladly come over and help retrieve her things from my house. I go back to my house in the morning to inspect the damage. Luckily for me, there was only a few broken pictures frames and a busted wine bottle on the ground. I had a few friends come over before her family got there just in case she ends up driving over separately from her dad and sister. I wanted some witnesses for myself. Definitely didn't want to be alone. Her family comes over and gives me a hug and tells me everything is going to be okay and there's no need to future anything by getting the law involved, and somehow had me totally convinced that I shouldn't, and it was just a little blow up and things are cooled off and just go our separate ways and end things. Around 8:30 a.m. her dad and sister leave my house with all her belongings and it's me and my buddies just doing some cleaning here and there. We found my Nintendo Switch smashed and thrown out in my backyard, my keyboard for my computer with peanut butter smeared all over its keys, and all the batteries and my remotes throughout the house gone. Not as bad as I thought the house would be, but I took pictures of everything, the damaged electronics, the peanut butter keyboard, bottles and glass on the ground before we started doing any cleaning. So around 10 in the morning the house is clean and looks like nothing happened inside my place besides the stained rug that absorbed the red wine bottle she smashed on the ground. We checked all the doors and windows to make sure everything was locked and secured. We all went to Costco for some food and supplies. It's Sunday and it's still a beautiful day out, so why not get some burgers for grill and have some brews with the boys? Make the most of this bad situation. So we're grilling and chilling in my backyard talking about everything that happened to me the night before. I've got my buddies laughing at me and telling me I told you she was crazy. You're lucky she didn't stab you in your sleep. Meanwhile, I'm still convinced I'm not going to pursue legal action. Then I get a text from her. I see you have your boyfriends over the house? Are you homos having fun drinking and being losers together? I forgot I logged her into my security cameras I have around the outside of my house months ago when on vacation. The next text I receive is her saying have fun trying to find your keys at the bottom of the lake, have fun. Better bring your snorkel. So in my backyard there's a pretty big lake that I live on and I have a dock that goes out about 20 yards or about 18 meters for my metric users, and on this set of keys are my office/work truck/boat keys and everything important. I check the cameras, sure enough I see her walking out there and throwing something off the end of the dock. I show my friends the text and video of what happened and they look at each other and say I guess it's swimming time. We get our board shorts on and grab a few of my scuba masks that I have in my garage and head to the lake shore for the side quest that she gave us. One of my friends had a magnet fishing thing in his car and jumped up immediately excited to get a chance to use it. 2 hours later and no luck. I about gave up at this point and can't see the bottom anymore from everyone kicking up the settlements when swimming and pushing off the ground to shoot back up for air. Plus there was a storm rolling in to make matters worse. All of a sudden my buddy says he feels something on his magnet. He pulls it up slowly and sure enough he finds my keys. Celebration commences. At that point the fog that her dad and sister had me in cleared and I lost it. I called the cops non-emergency line and told them everything that happened the last few days and I wanted to make sure she's on record and take accountability for everything that happened. I gave them pictures, wrote a report and filed a restraining order on her. Gave them the video of her walking out to the dock and throwing an object into the water. No one has the right to put hands on anyone regardless of gender. And it's not far to others in my situation that got the short end of the stick and now have that attached to them permanently. I did it for the next guy who's unlucky to fall into her trap of manipulation. The cops left and said they're going to be in touch soon. Fast forward to today. I get an angry text from her dad saying how could you do this, you're the biggest batch in the world and you're going to ruin someone's life over a few punches to the face, be a man. I told him to stop texting me and take care of his family. Then her sister calls me saying good luck trying to find her, she flew out to California the day you were looking for your keys in the lake, she's never coming back so you wasted your time and made yourself look like a batch. She hung up and blocked me. Isn't life grand? I'm not sure what that means for her now that she skipped town and is in another state, but we'll see. I just wanted to update everyone and thank you guys for the supportive comments on my post and left me messages in my inbox when the comments got locked. I tried to reply to everyone that DM'd me but my mailbox got flooded and couldn't get to them all. I never thought the post would blow up the way it did. I was shocked, confused and actually scared when I posted. But things are looking bright for me and life's getting a lot better. Again, thank you Reddit community for all the help and advice you gave me, you guys truly deserve this win. Commenter 1. Proud of you. Up. Thank you. Felt a lot better than I thought I would. I'm a firm believer now, that DV can go both ways and it's not just one way. Commenter 2. Absolutely. Even though women are typically physically weaker in a DV situation, they also experience that same shame of I could have stopped this. My guess is the cops will be mad she left the state to evade and may pursue her harder. Did you get the phone call recorder? Because you might want to unblock to gather more evidence. However, do what's best for you, big picture. Up. She blocked me. Sorry, I should have made that clear. Her sister called, talked trash and blocked me. Commenter 3. The comments from her family tell me that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Commenter 4. Although it may have hit a few extra crazy branches on the way down.